Ferment chic is the strange, bubbling trend of transforming your home into a sentient, gassy science lab in the name of gut health, aesthetic rebellion, and vaguely smug self-sufficiency. It's the belief that true wellness isn't found in a salad or a yoga pose, but in cultivating something alive, sour, and possibly oozing on your countertop. At its core, Ferment chic is a revival of ancient food preservation practices: kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, kombucha, miso. But make it fashion. Or worse, make it content. This is not grandma's pickled cabbage. This is microbe worship served in vintage jars, filtered through the lens of an Instagram account called something like @culturedqueen or @sourgirlsummer. It always starts small. Maybe you bought a bottle of kombucha and thought, this tastes like carbonated vinegar and regret, but my gut feels noticed. Then you get curious. You Google. You spiral. Suddenly you're ordering fermentation crocks and sourcing heirloom scobies from someone named Raven who lives in a yurt and insists on shipping them wrapped in biodynamic wool. Before you know it, there's a mason jar in your kitchen gurgling like a cursed pond and a vinegary fog haunting your apartment like a probiotic ghost. Ferment chic is not just a hobby. It's a lifestyle, one where you casually refer to bacteria as your little gut friends and speak in the language of pH balances and microbial synergy. You've stopped eating to enjoy food and started eating to feed your biome. You're no longer cooking, you're curating an ecosystem. And your fridge? It has become a crime scene. Open the door, and you're met with a whiff of sour dread, a sulfuric punch to the nostrils that says, things are growing in here, and not all of them are friendly. Every jar is sealed with hope and menace. Is that batch of kefir fermenting correctly, or is it plotting against you? No one knows. Ferment chic is equal parts culinary art and microbial roulette. There is a certain aesthetic, of course. Rustic wood shelves lined with cloudy jars. Handwritten labels with dates and mysterious notes like, don't open until less angry. Scobies lounging in hotel jars like globby jellyfish cult leaders. You'll find dehydrated miso starters sitting next to jars of pickled ramps and something suspiciously called fire tonic, which, depending on the batch, either boosts immunity or melts your esophagus. And the ferment chic community? Oh, it's supportive, but intense. They trade recipes like secrets and post slow-motion videos of kraut jars fizzing like champagne. They'll tell you their sourdough starter has a name and an attitude. This is Gregor. He gets bloated in humidity. They measure the success of a dinner party not in compliments, but in who survived the kimchi cocktail. Let's not pretend there aren't dangers. Fermenting at home is 1 part ancient wisdom, 2 parts blind trust in invisible fungi. Do it wrong, and you've got mold. Do it very wrong, and you've created biological warfare. But you'll never hear that from a ferment chic influencer. They'll tell you if it smells strong, it's working.
Which is exactly what people say right before food poisoning.
But the real beauty, or horror, of ferment chic is the emotional transformation. You begin as a curious foodie, and within weeks, you're someone who won't shut up about gut flora at brunch. You start bringing jars of homemade vinegar to social events, wrapped in twine. You insist your friends taste your latest batch of pineapple tepache, even though it looks like something siphoned out of a sewer and fizzes in a way no fruit juice should. And here's the twist. Ferment chic is lonely. You think you're part of a movement, but most of your friends stop visiting when your house starts smelling like gym sock stew. You don't need companionship anymore, though. You've got scobies.
Dozens of them.
You talk to them now. They don't judge. They just float. Watching. Waiting. Ferment chic may seem like a harmless trend, a quirky return to real food. But make no mistake, this is a slippery, pickled slope. 1 minute, you're eating yogurt. The next, you're deep in a Facebook group called Brined and Divine, asking strangers whether your vinegar mother looks too mucusy. So by all means, pickle your radishes. Brew your kombucha. Culture your cashew cheese until it sings. But know this. Once you've oatified your breakfast, seed-stacked your toast, and fermented your entire kitchen, you haven't just embraced wellness. You've joined a cult with no leaders, only burping jars.